Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to teach you how to hit a double-handed backhand. So let's get into it. So over the years the backhand has become more and more of an important shot. If your backhand side is weaker than your forehand side, your opponent will find that out pretty quickly and they'll be pressurizing you on that backhand side time and time again, and you won't have the answers to deal with it. So it's super important that we have both a solid forehand and a solid backhand. Sure, the forehand side may be your strength and it may be the shot that you want to take opportunities with and be more aggressive with, but that backhand side, it's super important that we're solid, we're consistent, we can hit with depth, we can hit with pace, and we don't give easy short balls for our opponent to come in and attack on. The first thing to consider on the double-handed backhand is how we hold the racket. In a previous video I covered the grips in more detail. I'll link that video in the description. The way we hold our grip for the double-handed backhand is with your dominant hand. You want to be using the chopper grip or the continental grip, as some may call it, and with your non-dominant hand either using a Eastern forehand grip or a semi-Western forehand grip. I personally use somewhere between an Eastern and a semi-Western grip on my non-dominant hand. The Eastern grip with your top hand will help you hit a flatter shot and hit through the ball a little bit more, because as I come into contact here you can see my strings are flatter and pointing to my opponent directly more, so that allows me to hit through my shot and hit a flatter ball. Whereas with a semi-Western grip on my top hand, I come into contact a little bit with a slant on my racket, so that allows me to get up the ball and lift and rush up the ball to create more top spin. Now that we've spoken about the grips, the next step to think about is the ready position. So in our ready position we hold the racket with our dominant hand with our forehand grip, and our top hand we hold it in the backhand grip that we use. For you that might be Eastern or semi-Western on the top, and then whatever forehand grip you use. As soon as we know that our opponent is hitting the ball to our backhand side, we want to change our grip. So from our forehand grip we use our top hand to help slide your bottom hand to the chopper grip here. So some people may in their ready position hold their grip up on the throat, and then that would be coming down here, turn, whereas other people may hold the top of their grip in their ready position here, and then that's simply a switch. So it's very split, quick change from there to there, and that top hand helps stabilize the racket in order for you to change that grip quickly. From our ready position, once we've made our grip change, we want to initiate the swing. The first step of our backhand is to do a unit turn. So from my ready position here, all I do is simply turn my shoulders. So my front shoulder is pointing now to the incoming ball. You can see my racket up. My racket is up, my racket head is higher than my grip level here. When I initiate my unit turn, I don't move my arms at all, or I don't move my racket. So it's not a take back with the racket here, it's not a take back with the arms, it's just here and a shoulder turn. So it's extremely simple, okay? So it's just here and it's a turn of my shoulders. Here, turn of my shoulders. So it's really important that as we're moving to the ball, the racket is already back. What we don't want to be doing is split stepping, moving to the ball, and then completing our unit turn. So the first thing we want to do after we split step, split here, move to the ball, and then we can strike. So it's that early preparation, as I've spoken about before in previous videos, that is really, really key here. We need that early preparation with our racket whilst we move to the ball. And now that we've completed our unit turn, the racket is in the back of its take back, okay? So you can see here that my racket is still on my hitting side of my body. So it doesn't go all the way back here, it stays on my hitting side, okay? From this position, this is called your power position, back of the take back, and you see again my racket head is higher than my grip level, so it gives us the momentum and the racket head speed to help you hit a more powerful shot. Again, it's so important that when we're in this position here, your opponent shouldn't be able to see your chest. That's even if you're hitting an open stance backhand, you should be able to come to the ball here and really turn those shoulders so that your chest cannot be seen by your opponent there. So it's so important that in this power position that we cannot see the chest and the racket stays on this side of the body. From our power position here, our next step is to drop the racket. So from our racket head being higher than the grip level, we then want to bring the racket head down to below. I'll move back a bit so you can see my racket. We want to move our racket head from the racket head being higher than our grip level and then dropping it below the grip level and then coming into contact here. So if you want to create more of a topspin shot, that's when you would want to bring the racket head from a position where it's higher than the grip level to then a position where it's lower than the grip level, so you can get under the ball and really brush up. If you're hitting a more flatter backhand, you can still drop the racket here and then kind of at the same level as your wrists strike forward through the ball. Some players have more of a straight arm into their racket drop and contact. Some players will have more of an elbow bend here, more of a bent elbow as they come into contact. Play around with it and see which kind of style works for you. As we've completed our racket drop, the racket then swings forward into contact, and it's so important here in the backhand side that our contact point is in front of our body. And this is because if our contact point is in front of the body, we can get all of our weight behind the shot and really transfer our body weight into the ball to create a heavier shot and a more powerful shot that will hurt your opponent. Whereas if we're contacting around in line with your body, a little bit late here, this puts more pressure on your wrists, it puts more pressure on your shoulders, you're more likely to get injured and you're less likely to hit a powerful shot. You can see here the difference in my body weight transfer. When I hit late, I'm here and my body is leaning back off of the ball. I'm not going to get a lot of power on that shot, and I can feel in my wrists here it's quite jammed and it will hurt my wrists over time if I continue to do that. Whereas if I contact out in front, you can see my body weight is forward. I'm leaning in, I'm likely, and I'm going to rotate into the shot. So at the contact point, if you want to hit a more of a top spin backhand, is from here, the left hand really takes over at contact, and you want to be creating more of a windshield wipe motion with your left hand. From contact and into the follow through, it's more like you're hitting a left-handed forehand, so the left hand really takes over at the contact point in order to differentiate between hitting more of a spin backhand or more of a flat backhand. If I want to hit more of a flat shot, I would continue a path forward, extending up and over. So here, extend through and up. So that brings us then to the follow through. So once we've made contact, we want to always finish over your dominant shoulder. And this is because finishing like this is the most natural way to reduce the racket head speed. Finishing up high also ensures that you have created the correct swim path. You're swinging low to high. Finishing down low here or around here just kind of shows that you're swinging in more of a merry-go-round. It's like you're swinging around a hula hoop. You're kind of coming across the ball like this, and that will cause the ball to go sideways and into the net. So ensure you're finishing up high on your backhand. The key thing to think about here is extending the left arm. So there should be a bend in the left arm, finishing up high. So as you follow through, that back leg comes round, so you're transferring all of your stored energy in your core into the ball to create more of a powerful shot. This movement here also helps you to recover quickly. So guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you can take away some key tips here for your backhand. If you like this video, then please give the video a like and also subscribe to my channel for more tennis content to come. I'll see you guys in the next video.